Hello everyone, how are you doing? It's Archie back again to do another demo for you for a new clip on the YouTube library. This clip made by myself was great fun to make. It's kind of like the idea of a football game, like a trailer for a football game being released, and I've called it FOOTI23. This was a lot of fun to score. I've kind of not really scored it in the traditional sense. I've taken a load of logic loops basically, and then, some on my own drum programming myself, and just turned it into like a really cool, funky, upbeat kind of thing, kind of remixing some of the logic loops, and yeah, it was such great fun. Remember, if you're on the standard middle tier of our subscription, that's £5 a month, you can update to the £10 a month subscription and get all of the logic files, MIDI files, AAF files, and audio stems for these demos that I'm doing. But without further ado, let's have a little listen to this demo. Get ready to experience the thrill of the world's most popular sport like never before. With FOOTI23, you'll have the chance to play as your favourite teams and players from leagues all around the world. From the Premier League to La Liga, you'll take the pitch with the best of the best. But it's not just about playing as your favourite teams. With FOOTI23, you'll be able to create your own players and take them from the amateur ranks to the top of the professional game in our new Zero to Hero story mode. With lifelike graphics and realistic AI teammates, FOOTI23 brings the excitement of football to your living room. So lace up your boots and get ready to dominate the pitch with FOOTI23. I mean, this piece was all about layering really cool sounds to create something nice and funky. I wanted to start with this kind of American football snare drum, kind of exciting pre-match music vibe, if that makes any sense. And of course, for that, the best thing to use was this originals drum line from Spitfire Audio. This is a great library. I think it's so cool. So yeah, let's hear this drum pattern. Let's hear that with some of the other drums that I've used in this piece. I've used a mix of Logic drums, some Labs drums, and also this library UJam Nemesis, which has some awesome fills in it that I've sort of nicked and shaped a little bit differently. Also, I have used some percussive Logic loops. And let's hear that with these risers that I'm using. Then the main sort of hook in this piece is this jazz hustle Logic loop that I've taken and absolutely ripped apart. I've transposed some bits, taken individual notes, rearranged the sort of melody, and given it loads of effects to make it sound really cool. Yeah, so as you can hear, it's a very dirty sample. Like, there's a lot moving around and, notes that you can hear that aren't exactly what you really want to hear. It's not very clean, it's not very tidy, but I love it. It gave me a kind of Superstition by Stevie Wonder vibe. If you delve into those stems, you can see that a lot of what he's playing on the clav is quite dirty, and it's moving about, and You can even hear talking in the background and that kind of thing. It just sounds really cool and raw. And I love it. And I was sort of going for the same vibe with this. Supporting that, we have these guitars and basses going throughout the piece, which sound really cool. Yeah, that sort of funky guitar you can pretty much hear throughout the piece. And then there's this little vocal sample that pops its head in every now and again, which I really like. Yeah, as you can see, this piece really was just about layering different things, chopping things up to make them work, and, you know, just creating a really cool, funky sound. There's sort of one rhythm that stands out in this piece, and that's this. You can hear it in that bass instrument that I've just played, and you can also hear it pretty strongly in the drumline ensemble. But yeah, I think it's just a really cool, funky piece. I'm gonna now dive into some of the automation that I've done, because there's quite a lot of automation, fading in, fading out, slow down, speeding up, that kind of thing. And it just brings a new life to the piece, honestly. Like, automating some elements can really keep the listener interested throughout the piece. As you can see, this is the pedal board, which is called, I think it's called like Double Dragon is the name of the pedal. No, I've used it as a wah. So you'll be able to hear the wah opening up and closing. Getting brighter. For me, that was a really cool way to do it, instead of just, you know, opening up a low pass filter or whatever. What else we got? We've got some slowdowns going on. This is one of my favorite sections where this, you know, the music takes a bit of a breakdown. It turns into a bit of a breakdown in the drums, and you have this in the jazz hustle. And as you can hear, it pans over to the right if you're listening on headphones. In the beginning as well, we have this tremolo on the jazz hustle sample, which I think sounds really cool, just hearing it move between the headphones. And you can hear how much the sound changes just by brightening it up a little bit with that wah. Down here on the music out, as you can see, I've EQ'd down to basically nothing, because the music drops out in this section. I'll show you what I mean. So I've created two sort of out buses. One of them is for a little vocal sample, and that's the vocal sample that I referenced earlier, and that sounds like this. The reason for that is because I wanted this section where the music drops out and you just hear this vocal sample come in. The music had to be made completely silent in a split second. Yeah, like that. And then the vocal sample can come back in. It kind of creates this like sucking out and sucking back in feeling. I thought that was just, you know, really cool. As you can tell, it's just, you know, little things like this that keep the listener interested. We've got a load of panning going on some of the vocal samples, and lots of tremolo on the different instruments, just because I absolutely adore tremolo as a kind of way to use all of the space that's available to you in the stereo field. Tremolo is a great way to do that instead of just, you know, manually panning. So yeah, that's my funky FOOTI23 score. I hope you enjoyed this little demo of it. It was great fun creating this. Remember what I said earlier in that if you want access to this session, head to the website and join our pro tier subscription. That's £10 a month. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.